Number 1, f of x equals 2x plus 5 with input values x equals 1, 4, and 7. So first, we're going to take f of 1, which would be 2 times 1 plus 5, which will equal 2 times 1 is 2 plus 5 will be 7. Next, we're going to do f of 4, which will equal 2 times 4 plus 5. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 5 is 13. Next, f of 7 equals 2 times 7. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 5 equals 19. So therefore, your output values are 7, 13, and 19. Next, identify the domain and range. So for number 2, if we go to look at the domain, so you're going to start at your furthest point from the left. So you come in, and then here it is right here. So that is going to be at, so that's going to be -4. And since it's not included on the -4 on the x-axis or the domain, it's going to be less than x. And then we're going to come over to the furthest end. So we're going to keep on coming all the way until here. And it's going to be less than, and let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's just going to be less than 5. So it'll be less than 5, and that'll be my answer for the domain. Now, to find the range, we're going to go bottom up. So we're going to start from the bottom. And so it looks like it's going to be -2, -2, and it's going to be included on the line. So it'll be less than or equal to y. And then it's going to go, if we take a look, when we go up from this -2, it's not going to be that one. We're going to keep on going, and that's going to be my highest point of this figure. And let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be less than 5. Because let's look at that again. Coming from right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since this is an open circle, it will be less than 5. And that will be my range for this graph right here. Now let's take a look at this next shape here. Let's first take a look at what the domain's going to be. So we're going to start from the left, and here's my domain. We're going to start from the left, and we're going to reference the x-axis, which will be our domain. And so this will be my starting point. Now we're going to have to count how far out that is on the x-axis. So that's going to be 1, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's -6 out. So let's check. Notice that this is a solid, a closed point. So we're going to make sure this is less than or equal to. That's a little bit too low. Let me get that closer up here. Then we're on the x-axis, so it's going to be in between x. Now let's go to the furthest point on the x-axis, which will be right here, and that is a closed point. So we're going to say less than or equal to, it's going to be included. There we go. Now let's take a look where this falls on the domain, and it's going to be right here. That's my furthest point to the right. So let's just count. 1, 2, 3. All right, and so my ending will be at 3. So this is going to be my domain. Now let's find the range. All right, so let's take a look and let's start from the bottom and let's go upwards, and here's my bottom point here of this line or zigzag. So here we have, there we go. This is where it's going to cross the y-axis, looking for the range, and it's a closed point. So we need to notice that it does include itself on the y-axis. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is -6. -6. And it is included, so it's going to be less than or equal to. It's on the y-axis, the range. Now let's go up and see where the highest point is, which is right here. Looks like that is at -1. It's a closed point, or that it touches the -1, so it's going to be included. So let's do less than or equal to -1, and that's your range. I apologize that I don't have my eye pencil with me there for the squiggly finger drawings, but I wanted to get this to you guys as soon as possible. Now we have this fun triangle, and we're going to do the domain. So we're going to start over here on my left, looking, and here we have right here a +2 on your for your first point. There it is on your domain. So we're going to have 2 where it crosses the x-axis, the furthest to the left of the shape of the triangle. So we write down a 2 for our domain, and then it's included on that on the shape right there. The 2 is included. It's a closed point, so we're going to put less than or equal to x. Next, we're going to go all the way to the furthest side where it ends, and that's going to be right here. Then we're just going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, and it's also included on on there. So let's do less than or equal to 7. Good thing I double counted. So now let's go ahead and get to the range, which is checking it along the y-axis. So we're going to carefully start from the very bottom and go up. Notice it's included along this line here, so let's check it on the y-axis. It's starting at 1. It's included in 1. So let's do that. That's going to be 1 less than or equal to y. And then you're going to go all the way to the top. And this is where the top of the triangle is. It's included And then we just need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to be less than or equal to 6. And that's your domain and range for this last one. There we go. And then our last problem, use the function f of x equals 4 and g of x equals x squared minus 1 to find the value of the expression. So what we're going to do is take the function f and input 6 into this first function. So let's take 6 and put x in there. So I'm going to take f of 6, and I'm going to get 4 times 6, and I'm going to get 24. Next, I'm going to take f of 3 and place that into the g function. So I'm going to get g, I'm going to get, don't know why I did that, g, that was huge, oh well, g of 3, and so I'm going to put it into the g function. We don't need to do x squared. Let's erase that. So that's going to be 3 squared minus 1. So that's 3 times 3 is 9, minus 1 is 8. Now we're going to put it all together. I'm going to come back and take this 24, which is equal to the f of x function, and then this 8, which is equal to the g of 3 function, and subtract the 2. So now I'm going to take 24 minus 8, and I will get 16. And that will be my answer. Good luck on your independent reteach.